Today, we're going to show you how we're embracing this idea of the modern workplace with Microsoft 365. So like many of you, my day begins and ends on my phone. With the rich set of Microsoft apps, I'm able to turn my phone into a productivity powerhouse. I spend a lot of my time in Outlook. It's my communications hub. And while it's essential for my job, sometimes email can be a little tedious. But with AI built into Outlook, it understands which emails I read normally and helps curate them into my focused inbox. One of the features I really love is, imagine you're on the go, you're traveling, and you're trying to pull up your flight information. But it's buried really deep within the confirmation email, and you're just struggling a little bit. At the top, now with the summary cards, all the key details are right at the top. You can even easily add it to your calendar, or if you want to, even check in right there. Sometimes while I'm on the go, some of my best ideas come, and I kind of need to flush out the ideas a little bit better. It might require a few business insights. With Power BI on my phone, I'm able to quickly gather these insights and take note. I can even put these notes directly in my OneNote, so then I can access it from any other device later on down the road. Or I can even shoot a quick IM off to my team using Skype for Business. Like most of us here, creativity and teamwork are essential for my job. But each of us express our ideas in different ways, whether through words or numbers or colors. So I was working on a document earlier on Friday on my phone, and I'm able to access it here using the Windows timeline on my Surface Pro and pick up right where I left off. Word has always been great with helping us with our spelling and our grammar checks, but now AI helps us do even more. It helps us with wordiness, helps us with double negatives, and for those of us who might suffer from dyslexia, it can help us even spell properly. Word is helping me become a better writer and making it easier for others to read my documents. For some of us, numbers are the backbone to how we make our critical decisions. Excel's done a great job of our number crunching, but AI allows us to actually do even more and to create a picture even more quickly to use and gather insights. So here's a data set of over 5,000 pieces of partner feedback items. And with one simple click, I'm able to actually score the sentiment from positive to negative to neutral. And with even one more click, I'm able to actually put this on a map that I can add into a presentation. Speaking of presentations, one of the things I personally struggle with is making beautiful slides. So here's a PowerPoint presentation I've been meaning to update, and I bet it looks a little similar to what many of you might start with, a pretty simplistic black and white design. So I'm going to insert 3 images into my title slide. PowerPoint Designer is going to offer me up a host of different design ideas. And it'll offer a complementary color palette, and it even intelligently crops the images. Now, I don't have to spend time pretending to be a graphic designer, and instead can focus on the content. Now, with Microsoft 365, I'm also able to create with 3D. So here's a 3D object I've placed into a PowerPoint presentation, and I've added it in a couple different angles on different slides. By simply adding the morph transition, it automatically creates this animation effect, making my presentation look awesome. Pretty cool, right? And while slides are a great way of communicating an idea, what about really visualizing it? With the standard camera built into Windows 10 devices, I'm able to drop that same 3D object directly into my real world. I can adjust it, I can move around it, and I can even snap a photo to then add back into that presentation. So even in a world full of digital workspaces, a lot of our brainstorming process still happens at a whiteboard. Let me show you. With its fully immersive natural UI, the new Whiteboard app may look simple, but it's actually an intelligent surface using AI to allow me to be more creative. So when I draw a triangle, it actually recognizes it as a shape. I can tap on it, I can adjust the angles, and watch this. When I add a single tick, it refines it into a 90-degree angle for me. It also recognizes intent. So when I draw a line through the middle of my rectangle, it starts creating a table for me. I can start writing and filling it in, and the cells will expand for me. And I can even sort it just like I would in Excel. The whiteboard is an intersection of creativity and teamwork. But the challenge is a lot of our teams are globally distributed, and it's not quite practical to expect everyone to be in the same room working together. So I'd like to call upon my colleague, Rana, to come join me on stage to help us show how Microsoft 365 is helping solve this. Let's give her a round of applause.
Hey, Sonia.
So while I'm here in the conference room working on my Surface Hub, Rana's actually working on her Surface Pro across the stage, but could easily be anywhere across the world. We're both collaborating real time in the same brainstorming session, and you can even see other colleagues who've joined in from around the world working on their Windows 10 devices. This is dynamic teamwork in action, all enabled by Microsoft 365. Rana, take it away.
Thanks, Sonia. Teamwork and communication are key components of building a high-performing team. Microsoft Teams is my hub for teamwork. I can manage all the different teams I'm a part of in just one place, and easily stay focused on the conversations that matter to me with channels for different topics. Teams provides a modern conversation experience for our team. The conversations are persistent, so everyone stays in sync, and new members of the team can just jump right in and quickly get up to speed. And with these rich set of emojis, stickers, memes, and more, it gives us the ability to interact in a more personal and authentic way. But Teams also gives us one hub to access the apps and services our team uses every single day, like this Power BI dashboard. And I can interact with it right within Teams. I can add additional apps from Microsoft and third-party partners to keep everything my team needs right at our fingertips. I can even bring in a series of Microsoft and third-party intelligent bots right into the conversation to assist the team with tasks or connect into other apps and services. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about security, because this is a document my team has been discussing on a project codename Inspire. It contains references to intellectual property, so we need to be thoughtful about how we manage the distribution of this information. With Azure Information Protection, you can classify, label, and protect any document based on its content. The protection's persistent, so it travels with the document wherever it goes. Labels can be applied by users or automatically based on company policy, like our IT department did for this project Inspire. Now, watch what happens just a few seconds after I add the project name right into this document. It recognizes that I'm talking about sensitive content and automatically encrypts the document. And it adds a watermark for persistent protection. Smart, huh? With Teams, smaller groups can do truly amazing things together every single day. I like to think of this as my inner loop. But for globally distributed companies like Microsoft, communication also happens on a much larger scale. Part of delivering on the promise of building a modern workplace is providing frequent and open dialogue from the CEO down to every employee across the globe. That's communicating with that outer loop. So for example, each month, Satya hosts an all-hands for Microsoft employees, where he's able to share what's top of mind, but perhaps more importantly, get critical feedback from across the company. We've set up this CEO connection page on Yammer, which is a really great tool for soliciting employee feedback on a broad variety of topics, but perhaps more importantly, just getting a sense of the pulse of the company. Here's one of his most recent all-hands. Naturally, not everyone can attend in person, so we've created this immersive and interactive participation experience. On the right-hand side, you'll see the transcript of the speech. It's in English, but any employee around the world can easily change it depending on their native tongue. Using AI technology in Microsoft Translator, we can translate into more than 60 languages. 60. For instance, I can change it to Chinese, French, German, and many more. On the bottom right here, you'll see emojis. And emojis can be used as a really powerful employee communications tool to get real-time sentiment from the audience. Employees can ask questions or provide feedback directly through Yammer. Now, when the event is over, that's when the analysis begins. And you see we have the presentation here, but it's situated within the context of these rich analytics. For instance, we can see how many viewers joined the presentation over the course of the broadcast. And using our cognitive services and facial recognition APIs, we can even identify who's speaking. Up on the top right here, you'll see that employee sentiment, but it's been superimposed over a timeline of the presentation. So at any point in time, like this one, we can see what was presented, what the audience sentiment was, and now our team truly has a full picture of what was going on. Pretty cool, right? We've shown you a lot today already, but it's only a small fraction of what's possible with Microsoft 365. We've shown you how we're enabling anyone to be more creative, the power of connected teams, and how we're using tools like Yammer and Skype to get rapid feedback from across the company. We've shown you how we're enabling a modern workplace, and now you can use Microsoft 365 to help lead your customers on the same journey. Thank you.